Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gamer's Vault. I'm your host. I'm not even gonna say it. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. BlizzCon is done. Diablo 4 announced, Shadowlands announced. I'm not gonna give my opinion on them just yet. I'll say that's for a future commentary on that. But I wanted to tell you about a couple of things before I get into the video today. One, I'm gonna do a slight change to my content. Meaning that I am still going to do repair videos. That's what I base my channel on, is repairing different consoles, because I like doing that. That's a passion of mine. I love fixing consoles that are busted, giving them new life, and then showing that to you, so that way you can go ahead and have the opportunity to do it. I always used to have people that tell me, well, I'm going to give it to you because you saw more. No. If someone did it, you can do it. And that's the best thing I can tell anybody. You can do it. So that's what my videos bring. But I still gotta have those videos, but I wanted to do a slight change to it, to my channel. One is I'm gonna do videos on gaming reviews. A lot of people have asked about my ideas on content, on what, you know, new games come out, stuff like that actually come out. So I'm gonna be doing that. The next thing I'm gonna do is actual physical game, not games, but like accessories, like the bad ones or the good ones. I definitely want to go ahead. There's so many accessories out there for the Switch, the PS4, the Xbox One, that people really don't do too many reviews on them, and I wanted to go ahead and give the opportunity to show it to you guys. So, and then of course where to buy them, how much they cost, and are you going to use it in your life? It's pretty much what I would suggest. The next thing I'm going to do on my future videos is, like I said, reviewing video games. A lot of you guys, I probably haven't heard about this magazine. It's really more for the UK. And when I go to Micro Center, which is where I buy my computer parts from, they always sell it there. But the magazine that I like to pick up is Retro Gamer. They make stuff like this. And the best thing about it, it says 100 games to play before you die. So maybe my future videos, I'm going to go through these games that they're talking about and see what they're talking about, because 100 games before you die. Like, come on. You can't just defeat that literary art right there. Anyway, that's the future videos that I will be having, as well as go over future content for the channel. Without further ado, let's talk about the Vita. So I am finished. I finished the Vita. It actually has the extended battery, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I did it. I was going to do the H-Encore 2, but I decided against it. Now, I did it, so don't get me wrong. It's not like I couldn't do it. I did test it, and I got it to work on the Sony's latest version, 3.73. But with so many people out there doing H-Encore 2, and I'm just going to link their videos at the bottom of mine. Mr. Mario has done it several times, and he's got so many followers for that. If you want to go ahead and do that to your Vita, go right ahead and do so. But not too many people have done the battery mod I've done. And I think that I want to go ahead and break into. I think I saw 1 or 2 people have done it. One from France, and I got to give him props for what he did. He actually did the best way he could in English, was able to tell us. And I think one from Spain actually did one too. But my video, I'm going to be first. I'm going to be first in America to do this mod, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So I'm going to stop talking. Let's get in the vault and take care of business. Alright guys, so part 2 of the video begins now. I just got this brand new back that I temporarily put the battery back in just to show you what it would look like to replace the battery. It's really easy, but I'll get to that in a minute. The main thing is this. So what you're going to buy is a 3.7 volt, 45 milliamp an hour battery. This will definitely, once I pull this out, you're going to see. You know what? Let me show you. So it's very easy. There's usually a black clip that holds this in place. You can pop it out, whatever you do. You pop it out, it comes out easily. You're never going to need it again, I'm going to be honest with you, because you're going to be cutting into this. Now, disclaimer. Once you cut into this, that is it. I mean, you have to buy a new one, but that'll be it. You also have to cut into the good battery, and I'm going to show you how to do that too in this video. But first, we're going to get our back ready. I'm going to show you how that's working, okay? So, battery comes out. There's a little hole that comes out of it, and it comes right out. And that's how the battery looks for this. So as you can see, it's a Sony battery, really small, a quarter of the size of our new battery. But this new battery right here, the new one, is going to give us like almost 12 hours of battery life. So that's fantastic, right? So here's the other caveat, and this is the one that's scary. Okay, so these are both Lipo style batteries. The only difference between them both is that this has aluminum wrapping around it, so it makes it really thick. This is not that thick. So when you cut into this backing, you got to make sure it's nice and smooth when you're done, because if it's not and you got jagged edges, you're gonna have a problem with this battery. It's gonna leak out, and you don't want that. It's gonna be bad news for everybody. Don't do that. Let's just put it that way. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I used a test thing to show you. So I'm gonna put our batteries to the side for now. And here we go. So I used the old backing before, and as you can see, you literally have to, I used the Dremel, by the way, and I have to it's still rough on the old backing, but it don't matter. I wanted to show it to you guys to make it look decent. I used the Dremel and carefully just Dremeled away at the edges. I'm going to be able to get in there with a nice little file and clean it up a little bit more. But as you can see, from this to this, you have to cut out a lot out of this backing. You have to really cut into it just to get this to look like this. That's the most important thing. You have to cut it out. Once you're done, this is going to be exposed, but it don't really matter too much, because once it's closed up in the case, you're done. It's closed up. So that part is pretty much golden, but we're not done. Actually, we have to do a couple of other things. So if you notice, I'll even show you. So I'll put the fake battery in here, the 12-hour battery, and look. Boom. It sits perfectly in there. I'll use some double-sided tape on this, and I'll be able to close this up. But we're not really done. We're going to need to, A, trim down these wires, because they're too much wires, and B, we have to actually go and work on this battery. So the next part of the video is showing you how to open up this battery. So stay tuned to that, okay? Alright guys, so, alright, I have to explain a lot, because I had to do a lot off camera, because I couldn't do it while camera. It's hard to do this while camera, but I'll explain. So, when your battery comes, it comes like this, as you saw from the previous video, and it had a tape around it. This was the tape around it, okay? You take that tape around off, and then you peel this off, kind of like a pocket. If you can get all the way off, that's perfect, but if you can't, whatever. Just be careful with this here. You don't want to cross it over and burn out what we need out of this. This is what comes out. It's a plastic balancing board. Now, this balancing board not only serves the Vita's purpose, but we need it for the new battery. But we don't need the plastic around it. So be careful when you pull it off. Plastic pry tools, that's the best way I can describe it. Plastic pry tools is what you need to do. So put that to the side. Once you get this off, it has a plastic around it that you can just pop off little by little. I'll do it a little bit closer here. Pop off little by little, as you can see around it. Once you do that, this will come out just like that. And as you can see, when this comes out, this is what we really need. And it's a little dirty because I guess whatever they had on it. But I'm going to clean up with some flux, and then I'm going to solder my battery, left side, right side, and they're marked. So this one says B+, obviously battery plus. This one really carefully says B-, meaning that it's the negative side. Once you connect this together, then we can use some, I'm going to try to be creative with it, and I'll show you when I'm done. But either way, we need to tape this to the battery so we can put it back towards the back of the Vita's shell. And I'm going to show you how this works. We're going to tape this balancing board to the new battery. I'm just going to have to do it really carefully, really carefully. We're going to tape this back to the battery. So, I'll be back, and we'll take a look in a moment. Alright guys, so what I used on here, a little bit, for the board, mostly through the board, I used a heat shrink tubing, really carefully. I was able to slide it across, and then lightly, away from the battery, I applied a little bit of heat. Too much heat, you don't want to cook this battery. Let's put it that way. You just don't want to have that battery cooked. the next thing I did at the tips, I had to put a little bit of black tape. I did that, no problem. And then, of course, I had some what they call Tapcon tape, which is this yellow tape that they wrap the battery around it. I had some extra, so I wrapped it again around it. So all it's going to be able to do, real carefully, is going to sit in here like that. Boom. And that's how it's going to sit with the battery. Then I'm going to use some double-sided tape for the end here to put it for the rest of the battery, to keep it inside, and that way I can pull it out if I need to pull it out. But we're not done yet, obviously. I'm going to take apart my old, excuse me, wow, not my old one, my other Vita, the one I just fixed the screen. I'm going to put it together, and we're going to see if it works. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you this real quick, because I didn't want you to think that I was just pulling the old switcheroo that he put it in, but really he didn't show us. I'm gonna show you. Now, as you can see, I did test it before. There is some indentations, but they don't go too deep into the battery, so I'm not too afraid. The one up here, the little indentation up here, is not much of the battery. It's more because of the Wi-Fi. Well, not the Wi-Fi, the 3G network card. I took it off because, frankly, we're never going to use it again. I mean, I'm not going to be on 3G network. I don't care about the 3G network. So, I pulled it. Now, what I used to install the battery is some strong-ass 3M tape. I got this from Target, a couple of bucks, but I also got another roll just in case from Amazon. I'll put everything that I used on the link description below. So, now, here's the hard part. So, as you can see, the battery does sit in perfectly fine. A little longer than it's supposed to be, but hey, why not? I'm going to put the back piece on, and then I'm going to cover it. Now, there is going to be a tight gap. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use a little bit of pressure and put your screws back in normally. So I'm going to put my screws in right now, at least most of it, and then I'll end the video and I'll put it in without the video, because unfortunately I can't do this and shoot at the same time. You guys will get annoyed. I'll take this off in a minute, the protective tape, but I wanted to at least leave it on there while I put this together. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed that the video that I just made regarding my PS Vita. It is fantastic to have a strong battery life on it. So there are some caveats that I want to go ahead and address. One is, it doesn't stop the fact that your Vita can still get hot. It's still going to get hot. It's a long lifespan. There's got to be a couple of reasons why Sony did not want us to have a longer life battery, either for repair console use or it wasn't feasible for them. But keep that all in mind while you play. I mean, I'm going to have fun with it because I'm going to take it to work and have something to, you know, to play with me or carry with me, because I still have love for the Vita. I hope you guys love it too. Either way, I'll see you guys next time in the vault. Take care. If you like this video, give me some thumbs up. And if you haven't been new to the channel, happen to subscribe, leave me some comments down below. Are you going to try this attempt with the Vita? What would you like to see in a future video of the vault? Either way, guys, take care.
The PlayStation Vita inspires new ways to game. With PS Vita, new gaming experiences are possible. Vita's new control features make it easy to play. Now, the biggest and best games are even better. Change the way you play. With the AT&T broadband network, experience real-time connection to your gaming community. PS Vita 3G plus Wi-Fi lets you play when you want and in more locations. With Party, You can invite other players to the game and voice chat during gameplay, even if you're not playing the same game. With the PS Vita, you can create your own levels and content. The Near app lets you find other players nearby and allows you to share gifts with them. Continually updating leaderboards allow you to post your top scores and keep an eye on the competition. Discover augmented reality. With the Vita's front and rear cameras, what you see in your world becomes a part of what you play on your Vita. Never stop playing with PlayStation Vita.
PlayStation